Okay, welcome back to part 2 of our video series. In part 2, we're going to cover digital video recorders, some of the features that are available on the DVRs, and also some things that you need to look for when comparing models. So maybe you're in the market for a new DVR, or maybe you're just looking to see what's newer or better than what you already have. But before you can do any of that, start with the basics. That way you know what you're buying. First things first, how many camera inputs do you need? Is one input enough? Maybe 4? DVRs are manufactured now up to 64 inputs. Then you have audio. Do you need audio? Are you going to record audio? Maybe you're just going to listen to audio. The DVR is a perfect platform to help you manage all your audio inputs. Next thing is frame rate. Frame rate is the single most important thing that a lot of people just try to save money on. They don't even know what it means. They just go with a slower frame rate DVR. In order to record at real time, each camera needs to record at 30 frames per second. From there, we'll talk about compression. Compression is just like it sounds. You are taking the video into the DVR, you're compressing it down, and shoving it onto the hard drive. JPEG compression really isn't a compression at all. It's taking what it sees and it's throwing it on the hard drive, which is using up a huge amount of space, which in turn comes out to be less record time for you. Next thing is MPEG-4. MPEG-4 allows you to record at a much longer time, and it compresses the video down onto the hard drives. But the latest, the newest, and the most popular compression is H.264. H.264 is a hardware compression that not only is compressed, but it looks cleaner, and it also transmits faster if you're connecting into your DVR with a remote device. Next thing is hard drive size. With the hard drive size, you have to remember the compression that you're using. Hard drives are available in 500 gig, 1 terabyte, which is 1000 gig, and even up from there. Some DVRs, like the one in front of me, only fit 1 hard drive, while DVRs to the right, that you can only see half of right now, can fit up to 36 hard drives. From there, how do you back up the video that's recorded on the DVR? Do you want to connect it into another PC? That's what some of the cheaper DVRs do on the market. While the newer DVRs have a USB backup. You could either stick in a USB thumb drive or maybe a USB device like an external hard drive. Alright, let's wrap up with remote viewing through the internet. Remote viewing has become very popular. And basically what you're going to do is plug your DVR into your high-speed internet connection and assign an IP address. From there, you could view it from a remote PC, a laptop, or even a smartphone device. The next thing is some DVRs offer what's called a CMS, Central Monitoring Software. CMS will allow you to connect to multiple locations at one time. Maybe you're home in a vacation home, maybe you're home in your business, or maybe you have a whole franchise and you want to look in at all your locations at one time. Alright, so in the rack here we have the embedded DVRs and the PC-based DVRs. What's right for you? Well, it really depends on what you're going to do with the DVR. If you need something simple, you're going to record to, it's just going to keep re-recording over itself, and you have an event occur, then you need to save it. The embedded DVRs are perfect. They can be controlled using the buttons right on the front or a remote control. Some of the new embeddeds come with a mouse to control what's called a GUI. A GUI stands for Graphical User Interface. Instead of having a text-driven menu like your older VCRs, they give you pictures and graphics to click on to actually manipulate the firmware or the software on board. Now, as you can see, the embedded DVRs are much smaller than a PC-based DVR. That means you're limited to hard drive capacity and also the expansion of cameras. Most embedded DVRs are limited to 16 camera inputs and 16 audio inputs and only store 1 to 2 hard drives. Alright, so now let's take a look at the PC-based DVRs and talk about some of the features that you gain by going with a PC-based DVR. Up front, most important, they're the most powerful machines on the market. A manufacturer who builds PC-based DVRs can build any processor into it to handle the amount of video that you need to handle. What that means is you're not limited to 16 cameras on a single DVR. This DVR will actually manage up to 64 cameras. It's one of the most powerful DVRs on the market today. As you can see, you also have these blue blades in the front. What these do for you is store your hard drives. That means if you need to expand in the future, you simply pop open these blue blades, insert the hard drives, stick it back in the machine, and it starts recording to the new hard drives that you've inserted. The PC-based DVRs all operate on the GUI interface as well. This makes it very easy to manage your video, play video back, and even archive the video, and it's definitely easier than the embedded DVRs. Now, the next thing that you gain with a PC-based DVR, because of its power, is being able to bring in IP cameras or video servers. This DVR is then called a hybrid DVR, being able to manage both analog video and IP video. The IP video coming into the machine is possible because of the processing power of the PC platform, not the video card itself. Okay, so with that said, what DVR is right for you? You know you need to check the space, make sure you have enough room for the DVR, make sure you have enough camera inputs, and make sure it's going to be scalable or expandable enough for what you're trying to do. So let's do a quick overview. The embedded DVRs are great for residential, small commercial, kiosks, and also franchise owners. Down here, your PC-based DVRs are the most scalable and most expandable. These are great for your corporations, your military, your government, because you could grow over time and you're not limited to the machine itself. Well, thanks again for watching our digital video recorder overview. My name's Gary. Come back and see us on our next video where we cover security camera cable and wiring.